Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. This time I will be covering the Living Abyss, also called the Licorice Abyss boss, for the new guild battle update. People have been really struggling on killing this boss because when it reaches about level 10 it can one-shot your whole team, but the team that was discovered can bypass this. So this is the team. I know it looks a bit skeptical. The treasures are scroll, sight, and clock. There are some alternatives which I will discuss in a minute. As for the toppings, your DC will be on full attack with decent damages as subs. These are not decent, you can do better than this. And if you're able to, get like 6.3 or more cooldown so you can use his attack more frequently. I think on higher levels that he will need to switch to a full damage assist set though, so keep that in mind. Higher levels will be maybe above 20 or something. Then, pomegranate will be needed in the strategy. We'll need 24% cooldown. It's quite hefty, it's like a cotton set, but this cooldown is also required for the avatar strat, so it's absolutely worth investing into. And if you can get damage resist, that would be very, very appreciated, but I know it's a bit difficult. Then, Espresso, our main damage dealer here, will be full attack with like at least 8%, or maybe 5 to 7% cooldown will also work, but some cooldown will give him better skill rotation and just more moves, so it's very recommended. And of course, damage resist. As you can tell, my toppings here are not optimal. You can do better than this, and you can get higher damage than I can, because on higher levels, these will start getting pretty close to death. Okay, here, the wildcard, Frost Queen. A lot of people replace her with Sea Fairy, but I found Frost Queen to work better. I don't know why. I think it's because of the freeze multiplier. Also, I'm sorry, she does not need any cooldown, so you just have to stack attack and damage resist on her, which is really easy. And then Cherry Blossom. You either use full attack or full crit. Full crit is what I had lying around, so I'm using full crit. I don't think she needs any damage resist because she doesn't really get close to dying, though it would be appreciated. And above 5% cooldown will give her skill rotation, will make it way better. And another replacement for Cherry Blossom, if you don't want to build her like any normal person would, you can use Clotted Cream as well, who will be on full attack with no cooldown requirement, though you do want a bit more Diana in this. And Sea Fairy is about the same set as Frost Queen. I think you don't need any cooldown or DR. Okay. So let's go in. What we want to do in this strategy is that the boss will have this 1 KO attack. But if you are out of the range of the boss, it will not do it. So we will keep our attacks until it's about to do the 1 KO move, and then we can just go ham and do whatever we want. And that's why we use AoE, because if you damage the minions, it damages the boss as well. So it's way better than single target damage, such as vampire or whatever. Okay, so for timing, it's very simple. We want to be using pomegranate and cherry blossom whenever they're off cooldown. So I'm gonna queue pomegranate right away. And we will just be spamming these two. At the start, we can use everyone's skills, because the minions haven't spawned yet. We basically don't want to be knocking away the minions, because they are supposed to knock us out of the range of the dragon for the boss, so it doesn't one-shot you. But Cherry Blossom doesn't actually knock back her skills, so you can keep using her whenever you want. If you use Clotted, you can't use him yet, you have to save him as well. Okay, so we go into the fight. And then we can use everyone. And we just keep spamming pomegranate. Just keep using it over and over. Because we do want to heal up the team. And the attack bonus is very helpful for just default attacks. Because they'll do quite a lot of damage as well. Okay, and we use Cherry Blossom as well. And we keep spamming. Keep spamming. Now we notice the timer is at 42. After 40 seconds have passed, we will be far away enough from the boss that we can just spam everyone's skill. Okay, so right on 40 seconds, it's very possible that your Frost Queen and your Espresso will be stunned, which is okay. You can just use their skills right after. So it's 40 now. I will use Espresso. We'll just spam Frost Queen and then just press auto. Normally it should go perfectly fine. The timing at auto can probably be refined a little bit more. Like you can see, my espresso went right before Cherry Blossom. I could have saved him maybe. You can just test it with your cooldown and what works best for you. But as you can see, the boss did not do his one-shot attack like it usually does. And I know cross screen might seem a little bit weird, but she does a lot of damage to the minions. And there you go, about 45 million. I average about 45 to 47 million with this strategy. It really depends on like what kind of timing you go for. For example, my timing in this footage right now, it was not optimal. It can be refined a bit. I can save skills, but that way it's the most auto it can be. So it requires way less timing and manual input, and it still does quite a lot, a decent damage. Okay, and that's it. Thank you for watching. I will probably insert a a speechless run of me doing the same thing, though it's almost fully auto, and I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you.
For my master!
Darkness, begone!
Take this! For my master!